Government corruption has never been more prevalent or caused more harm. It's why extremism is on the rise. It's why the financial gap between the haves and have-nots has never been wider. And it's why our planet is at risk of an extinction level tragedy. That's why I need your help to keep exposing the truth about the rot on both sides of the aisle. Become a supporter or a friend of the show today by clicking on the coffee link in the description box below. Friends of the show join me on a Zoom hangout once a month, and you guys can ask me any questions you want, and I can get to know you better. But the most important reason to help is to keep the show alive. Together, we can and will save our country and our planet. Thanks in advance and enjoy the show. Everyone, welcome to the show. I have an update to share about one of Trump's Capitol insurrectionists. It's time for an episode of Where Are They Now?
Matthew Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
So 40-year-old Colorado resident Daniel Morrissey was seen on surveillance video entering and inside the Capitol on January 6th. And he sent a selfie to a coworker that day, along with a message saying, quote, "Shit got crazy. I have it all on video." In another text, Morrissey sent a video of himself chanting USA in the Capitol rotunda. And the prosecutor says that Morrissey was, quote, near the front of the mob of people pushing against several police officers, attempting to prevent the crowd from entering a hallway. Although they did admit that it wasn't clear from the video evidence if Morrissey was, quote, actively pushing against the officers on his own accord, or if he was caught up in the mass of people. So Morrissey was arrested on November 4th of last year. He was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. Morrissey pleaded guilty to the parading charge in February of this year, and he was looking at up to 6 months in jail, 5 years of probation, and $5,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested only 45 days in jail, 36 months of probation, 60 hours of community service, and a $500 restitution fee. What's strange is that the prosecutor was initially only asking for somewhere between home detention and 15 days in jail, plus 3 years of probation, community service, and a $500 restitution fee. They noted that Morrissey had shown zero remorse for his actions, and he claims that taking part in the Capitol attack hasn't affected his life in any way. He also has a minor criminal history. He has 1 misdemeanor conviction for driving while impaired, and then he had a previous arrest for annoying phone calls. So that government submission was made to the court on August 11th, the one with the shorter jail term or just home detention. The very next day, though, they submitted a supplemental sentencing memo, and they asked the judge to increase the jail time to 45 days behind bars. The prosecutor said that upon further review, Morrissey was acting more aggressive than they had previously known. They didn't provide any specifics, but my guess is that they probably received some videos from the sedition hunters, because that's happened before. In the 11th hour, the sedition hunters handed over video evidence showing that another January 6th defendant actually had committed some act of violence. So the judge in this case was U.S. District Judge Reggie Walton. I honestly can't remember if he's had any prior sentencings in these January 6th cases, and I couldn't locate any details about what he may have said in court, but he ended up sentencing Morrissey to the full 45 days in jail that they requested, 3 years of probation, a $2,500 fine, and the $500 restitution fee. Although I would have liked to see him keep the community service hours in there and give him at least 60 to 90 days, especially because he had a lack of remorse. It's better than what we've been seeing in these cases. And this case really makes you wonder, how many others have received little to no jail time simply because the evidence of their crimes weren't located before their sentencing? You know, I mean, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack in these videos. So I get it why they can't locate everyone and every single thing that they did. But yeah, makes you wonder how many other people got away with some really shady shit or some violence, and they got slaps on the wrist. Anyway, guys, when and if I hear more, I'll let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.